Hey, welcome to a new video. Our planet is a huge place, but most people live in densely populated areas on top of each other. But there's places far away from civilization that are off limits or even top secret. Are you new to this channel? Make sure to subscribe and hit the notification bell. And before we start, also like the video. Number 30. It's every child's dream to run free in Disneyland. But did you know that there's an island called Disney's Discovery Island, located in Bay Lake, Florida, that has been closed for years? Between 1974 and 1999, it was a popular place to visit. Today, the island looks abandoned, and Disney has never really given a reason for the park's closure. But it is thought that the high maintenance costs and poor visitor numbers are the reason. Since then, the place has been forbidden to explore, but a 42-year-old man named Richard McGuire decided to visit the island anyway, because he felt something was being hidden there. He sailed a small boat to the island and uploaded the video footage to YouTube. According to the story, the man was trying to hide and escape from police and helicopters. He was supposed to stay on the island for a week, but he was eventually caught. Why do you think this island is off limits? Let me know in the comments. Number 29. Shark Alley is a small water passage between Dyer Island and Geyser Rock in Gansbaai, South Africa. As you can already hear from the name, this is a place where there's sharks. Dyer Island has one of the most shark populations in the world, and Gansbaai, which receives thousands of tourists each year, is known as the capital of great white sharks. This kind of tourism benefits the community. However, it also poses a threat to some locals, especially those who make a living from diving. People like Suviel Exalela have no other choice, because he has to support his family. He does this by hunting abalone. Unfortunately, he was attacked by a shark during one of his dives. In recent years, sharks have taken the lives of at least 4 divers who were working. The divers are certainly aware of the threats, but they had no other choice because they also have to make money. Number 28. Pine Gap is a satellite surveillance station in Australia used by both the US and Australia. No wonder that especially the US government doesn't want anyone to know about this place, as the US Secret Services, CIA, and NSA partially manage the base. Pine Gap is a major player when it comes to the global interception of all kinds of encrypted messages. It may surprise you, but Pine Gap is actually the secret name of the station. However, the real name of this satellite surveillance base is Rainfall. It may already seem obvious to you why the base is top secret, but there's no harm in explaining what exactly they do there. They collect and decipher a wide variety of signals and communications. For example, they obtain info from nuclear weapons. They can also give early warnings about possible ballistic missile launches. Number 27. The Catacombs of Paris are a complex network of tunnels located under the city of Paris. They extend over 180 miles, or 290 kilometers of underground chambers and galleries. Here lie the bones of 6 million people, dating back to the 18th century. Guided tours are given, but much of the tunnels has never been explored, and you could easily get lost. It is therefore forbidden to explore them, but there are still people who do it. For example, in 2017, there were 2 boys aged 16 and 17 who entered the forbidden corridors and ended up getting lost. They were lost in the catacombs for 3 days, but were luckily found by the police and their dogs. Number 26. The Bolton Strid is nothing more than a small river about 6 feet or 2 meters wide. The water may look calm, but beneath the stream hides something dangerous. So dangerous, in fact, that no one has ever survived. The river is located between Barton Tower and Bolton Abbey in Yorkshire, England. The Bolton Strid is only knee-deep, and this is also the reason why some tourists jump into the water from the rocks. It may not be deep, but all around the area there are signs saying to never enter the water. This is because there's powerful currents flowing in a network of tunnels. If you slip and fall into the water, you will be immediately sucked into the underwater caves. As I've said before, anyone who jumped into the river unknowingly never made it out alive. Number 25. Harvey Point Defense Testing Activity is a military base in North Carolina, where for more than 60 years, special agents and officers have taken various tough courses, including courses on counterterrorism. However, some people say that this official explanation of what's happening isn't true. According to theories, this so-called school is a CIA base, but the government keeps that top secret. In fact, since 1961, this place has become top secret. It's covered with moss and enclosed by security fences. As much as they try to hide Harvey Point, people in the area regularly see black helicopters and buses with darkened windows carrying mysterious passengers. Some eyewitnesses told that they've seen limousines riddled with bullets being brought out. It seems like there's a true mystery going on there, but no one can really give you a clue as to what exactly. Number 24. Area 51 has always been a mysterious place, where secret aircraft projects are built, including the Blackbird.
But other secrets are also thought to be kept there, such as UFOs and aliens. The fact that it is so heavily guarded makes people suspicious. In 2019, a Facebook post went viral urging people to storm the military base, saying they couldn't stop everyone. For months, millions of people talked about the storming. But when the day came, there were only a few hundred people standing outside the entrance. No one dared to go past the line. But there was one woman who did. People therefore could not believe what the woman had just done. Unfortunately, I couldn't find what else happened to the woman, but I assume she was eventually arrested. What do you think is going on in Area 51? Let me know in the comments.
Number 23. The second longest river in Hawaii is the Wailuku River. It flows through a waterfall known as the Boiling Pots. It's not called that because the water's hot, but because during heavy rain, the river rises, making it look like the water's boiling. The water level at the Boiling Pots is unpredictable. Floods can occur, and you certainly wouldn't want to get caught in them because you could get stuck down there too. This is because under the water there's caves and lava tubes created by the Mauna Loa volcano. In 2015, a woman was swept by these rapids. The area's off limits, but the woman decided to go swimming with her friend anyway. Her friend fortunately survived, but the woman did not. It took rescuers several days to find her because of the continuous heavy flooding. Number 22. We all know Area 51, but did you know that nearby is a secret complex called Area 6? The mysterious area is rumored to be the base of operations for secret drones and other flying objects. There isn't particularly much detailed info about Area 6, because it's a very, very secret place. But it's widely known that both the Department of Homeland Security and the Department of Defense use this airship. Other rumors suggest that the US government hides their most mysterious UFO-like aircraft, the TR-3B, here. The top-secret US aircraft was codenamed Astra. This black plane was also called the UFO plane because it has a very unique triangular shape. There's many theories circulating, claiming that the mysterious plane was designed for a top-secret space mission. Number 21.
Everyone is familiar with the iconic Pyramid of Giza. The Great Pyramid is considered the oldest wonder of the ancient world. Most people are content with taking pictures of the monument, but a YouTuber named Vitaly Zerdovetsky decided to climb to the top of the pyramid in 2020. Climbing the pyramid is strictly forbidden, so he had to go to jail for several days. He even posted a photo on Instagram showing him dangling his feet above the pyramid. Not surprisingly, the authorities were quick to intervene, but he wasn't the only one to try this. In 2016, 18-year-old German tourist Andrzej Ciesielski climbed the Great Pyramid. As punishment, he was banned from ever traveling to Egypt again.
Number 20. Covering approximately 52 square miles, or 84 square kilometers, Lake Berryessa is the largest lake in the US state of California. It's a favorite place to relax for friends and families in the area. There's many things to do in the lake, including fishing, kayaking, wildlife watching, and even jet skiing. There's only one thing you better not do, and that's swim at Monticello Dam. Here you'll find a glory hole where excess water is drained. Needless to say, no one wants to go near this 13.5 mile or 22 meter wide hole. Unfortunately, there was once one person who did decide to swim here, and ended up inside the glory hole. Although witnesses told her to get out of the water, the woman didn't listen. Number 19. Russia is full of weird secrets and plans, but even Russia can't completely hide from Google. It may surprise you, but Mezgori is a closed city in Russia, and it's rumored to be a Russian version of Area 51, but much bigger. Mezgori is a top-secret city because of the military base hidden there. The rumor is that the base is not an ordinary military base, but it's filled with nuclear energy. This is the biggest reason why no one's allowed to visit the city. Another nuclear rumor says that the mysterious city is actually storing 73 nuclear warheads, and that this is the place where someone can actually push the button to launch these heavy nuclear weapons. In addition, other theories claim that Russia modernized all of its weapons of mass destruction systems after World War II, and that the warheads from Mezgori can be launched even after Russia's military is defeated. Pretty scary, don't you think?
Number 18. One of the deadliest places on Earth is probably the dangerous Isla da Queimada Grande, or Snake Island, where you are not allowed to go because it's simply illegal. The Snake Island lives up to its name, because for every square meter, there is said to be a snake. This means that there are about 2,000 to 4,000 snakes living on this island. And not just any snakes, but golden lancehead snakes, which are among the deadliest vipers in the world, and whose venom can take a human life in less than an hour. There are numerous warnings about terrifying legends about the island. Some say the snakes were put there by pirates to hide treasure. Others say that anyone who visits the island will never return. It is said that the last lighthouse keeper and his family had died when a snake invaded their sleeping quarters. Despite this, smugglers still visit the island to catch and sell snakes. Number 17.
Lake Victoria, one of the greatest lakes in Africa, has set many records, including the largest lake in Africa by area, and the world's second largest freshwater lake. Unfortunately, this lake also has the highest drowning rate in the world. It's estimated that more than 5,000 people drown in its waters each year. Lake Victoria is also often described as the most dangerous waters in the world. This is because the water can get very rough because of bad weather. Most of the people who drowned here were fishermen who couldn't swim, but still needed to make money. In addition, among them, there's also a great lack of life-saving equipment, such as life jackets.
Number 16.
They sometimes say if you want to hide something well, hide it in plain sight. And that's exactly what the Americans did with their secret Air Force base for unmanned drones. They decided to hide it in Saudi Arabia. Why exactly there, you may ask? First, this now America's base used to be a hideout for Al-Qaeda members in Yemen. Second, it was all over the news. The BBC even reported that the American media knew of the existence of this place, but never officially reported on it. The base was mainly used to attack militants in nearby Yemen. So this secret place is visible in its hangars and very similar to those other ordinary US foreign airfields. But that doesn't mean this place is an average airstrip for air traffic. And there's always more questions about it than answers. However, we're sure that something secretly is going on in the base. But what exactly? What do you think? Let me know in the comments.
Number 15. Yellowstone National Park is open to the public, but it is without a doubt completely illegal to do some things there. You are not allowed to throw things into the hot springs or touch any of the elements. The reason is that the hot springs can cause serious or even fatal burns. Frequently, the crust around the hot springs breaks, revealing the almost boiling water underneath. One man was in the news for ignoring all these warnings. This man not only tried to touch Yellowstone's hot springs, but he even tried to roast a chicken in them. Park rangers found him with 2 of his friends, and he was quickly arrested.
Number 14. Norway has a cave called Pluragrada, which is known as the deepest cave in Northern Europe. The cave is also full of water, and it's so deep that it attracts many divers from all over the world. However, it's not recommended to dive here, but the warnings don't stop some people. The cave system of Pluragrada has narrow passages, in which it's easy to get lost. In 1988, there was a diver who was exploring the cave, but got hypothermia and barely found his way back. There's also been divers who entered this cave and never came out. The most famous story is of 5 Finnish divers. They explored the caves in 2014, and 2 of them did not survive. The others had to stay in the hospital for days due to decompression sickness. Since then, there's been a diving ban in Pluragrada.
Number 13.
Just looking at the strange pyramid, you understand that something super secret is going on there. This mysterious pyramid is located in Tacoma, North Dakota in the United States. It used to be the missile site radar, which was part of the anti-ballistic missile system. The mystery is that it cost about $6 billion to build. Officially, it existed for only 1 day before the US House of Representatives decided to shut it down again. For ordinary people, the Michelson Complex is nothing more than a monument of the Cold War, but some people believe that the government still uses this place in secret. For how else could it be explained that so much money was spent on a project that officially only existed for 1 day? The US government itself claims that the complex will soon become a museum, but they still don't let anyone get too close. It's even under 24-hour video surveillance and heavily guarded.
Number 12. Though many have not heard of it, it is one of the strangest and most fascinating places in the world. 360 days per year, it is hidden under dense clouds. Located about a 2-week sail from Australia, it is home to a giant active volcano known as Big Ben. There are also dangerous glaciers. Only with permission and lots of experience can you visit Heard Island. It is said that it is incredibly difficult to reach the island because of its dangerous waters. In addition, it's so far away from the mainland that you can get into big trouble if you aren't prepared. Still, this hasn't stopped ambitious scientists from making the trip. One of the most famous is former glaciologist Doug Thost, who almost lost his partner on the dangerous island. Number 11.
The French Pass is a seaway that separates the mainland from D'Urville Island. It's located in New Zealand and is a beautiful sight to see. If you're looking for a place to retreat or relax, this secluded area is one of the best choices. Just make sure you only view it from afar and never go swimming there. This is because the water of French Pass is treacherous. It may look calm, but it harbors many pitfalls. One of them is a fast tidal current of 13 feet or 4 meters per second. It's said that the current is so strong that even a fish can't swim there. When one strong current meets another strong current, a vortex can also form.
In the year 2000, a group of divers became entangled in such a vortex that dragged them into a 223-foot or 68-meter deep hole called Jacob's Hole.
Number 10. In the U.S. state of Idaho, there is said to be a secret hidden submarine base, also called the Underwater Area 51. It has a very interesting story. This is because the base is located at the bottom of a deep lake, where the U.S. military is conducting various tests. Military testing was the main reason why Lake Pend Oreille was nicknamed Underwater Area 51. Of course, it's very important that any military craft that is underwater be tested in open water. But because it's forbidden to enter the dangerous ocean area, all the testing is done in Idaho's deepest lake. You would have never have guessed what's going on there under the surface if some people hadn't seen the tops of submarines a few times. Do you think that there's other things lurking around there?
Number 9. At any other time of the year, everyone is free to visit and climb Japan's highest mountain, Mount Fuji. But in the winter, this is forbidden. Not only is it illegal, but it is also very dangerous. Nevertheless, in 2019, one man chose to climb the mountain in the winter. It is well known that during this time, temperatures drop below freezing, and winds can reach speeds of over 76 miles per hour, or 321 kilometers per hour. This means that one strong gust of wind can blow you right off the mountain. So this happened to this man, who even live-streamed the entire climb. He had almost reached the highest point of the mountain, but the wind and ice were too slippery and dangerous, so it is not recommended to climb this mountain in the winter.
Number 8. The Croatian underwater cave Pogonaga has attracted many cave divers. It has an unusual funnel-shaped entrance that gradually widens. Inside the caves are 2 galleries, one shallow and one deep. Inside, extreme conditions prevail. The cave has muddy soil or silt that can drastically reduce visibility, or even completely block it within a few seconds. The temperature at the bottom of the cave can also reach 57 degrees Fahrenheit, or 14 degrees Celsius. In 2002, a Czech diver explored the cave alone. He never returned, so search and rescue teams were called in. They found his body deep in the cave, and it turned out he had gotten lost in the cave system. In fact, this undersea cave is so dangerous that one of the rescue divers didn't survive either.
Number 7.
Another huge spy facility hidden in plain sight is in the middle of New York. This may sound insane, but the US government built a huge skyscraper, which they called Project X. And besides, it's pretty strange that it has no windows. This 29-story building can withstand an atomic explosion and has as many as 3 basement floors. If an atomic bomb ever hit New York, about 1,500 people could safely evacuate there for at least 2 weeks, because there would be enough food and water in the event of such a catastrophe. But this skyscraper was not initially built to protect people from a nuclear invasion. This spy center is considered an extremely important telecommunications hub for the entire country. The people who work there mainly handle a lot of long-distance phone calls, and almost nobody believes that these are ordinary calls.
Number 6. The North Sentinel Island, located in the Andamans of India, is another place that is strictly forbidden to visit, and is also very dangerous. This is an island where the isolated Sentinelese tribe live. This tribe is one of the last uncontacted tribes in the world, and the government has made it clear after several fatal and disastrous attempts to avoid contact with them, and that it is even illegal to go anywhere near the waters around the island. In 2017, John Chow paid a fisherman to drop him off, carrying survival supplies in his Bible. Believe it or not, but he survived his first contact with the tribe, despite being threatened. But on his final trip to the island, he was never seen again.
Number 5. The summer times in Wimberley, Texas, USA are so hot that many locals go to the best places to dissipate the heat. One of them is Jacob's Well. Jacob's Well is a swimming hole in Hayes Country that has a narrow opening that goes very deep. Most people decide not to dive deeper than 30 feet or 9 meters. But there's those who dare more and they want to explore the cave further. You could also call it a maze because there's many tunnels and rooms, some of which are up to 4,600 feet or 1,400 meters long. And the deepest point of the cave is 141 feet, or 43 meters. It's estimated that 9 people died there who couldn't find their way back. Jacob's Well is also considered one of the most dangerous dive sites in the world.
Number 4.
So far, we mostly talked about Russian and American secret sites and facilities. But what about the other big and powerful country, China? And is there any info about the places that the Chinese government doesn't want anyone to know about? Even though the Chinese are often good at keeping everything quiet, we have info for you about their most important and strategic military base. It's called the Yulin Naval Base and was accidentally discovered by someone through Google Maps. This base is located in the South China Sea, and and there's a large number of nuclear submarines on the seabed. According to unofficial information, the base is fully stocked with all necessary weapons and is fully ready to act in case of an invasion. In addition, the base also houses ships on the surface with an extensive arsenal of weapons. So China's ready to spring into action at any time.
Number 3. The Nika Cave in Mexico is also called the Giant Crystal Cave. It's known for the giant crystals you can find there. In addition, there are razor-sharp rocks and tremendous heat and humidity, which can reach over 90%, meaning the air is unbearable. This is also the reason why the Crystal Cave is closed. There is also a small group of scientists who explore the cave with a protective suit, but one of the researchers decided to go into the cave on his own to steal a 55-ton crystal. However, he made a mistake, got stuck, lost consciousness, and did not survive. Number 2.
The Great Blue Hole looks beautiful from above, but this place, located near Ambergris Caye, the largest island of Belize, is also dangerous. The hole has a diameter of 984 feet, or 300 meters, and in 1971, the famous explorer Jacques Cousteau managed to reach the bottom at a depth of 410 feet, or 125 meters. It's a popular spot for divers, and this is mainly because of the crystal clear waters. However, the strong currents can be very dangerous, and there's also several sharks swimming there, including the unpredictable bull shark. In 2018, a team of researchers decided to go to the bottom with a submarine. What they discovered there was a dark void. This is because at this depth, there's no oxygen, and so the only marine life they found were seashells and hermit crabs struggling to stay alive. Unfortunately, they also found 3 divers who had not made it back to the surface.
Number 1.
Who would have thought that Britain hides a pretty scary place? Porton Down is Britain's top-secret laboratory, where scientists work hard to test and research different types of chemical weapons and deadly diseases. Needless to say, an ordinary person cannot enter the rooms of this very secretive place. After a BBC correspondent gained access once, he revealed that the scientists working there are indeed researching dangerous viruses and diseases such as plague, Ebola, and anthrax. But who knows, maybe they've also been studying other viruses here for years. We can only guess. But what if they invent a deadly virus that can be used as a biological weapon? And what if they escape from the laboratory by accident or on purpose? Let's just hope that doesn't happen there. Which mysterious place would you like to visit? Let me know in the comments. If you liked the video, give it a thumbs up. If you want to see more videos we've made, click one on the screen or take a look at the channel. Thanks for watching, and see you next time.